Welcome to this Padel. Today we have a very special guest, as you've seen, who is Charlie Moon, Carlos Luna, a very well-known Padel player from Ecuador, also American, and I'm very thankful to have you here. I really appreciate your effort and also being so brave with life, but also with the community, with Padel, and with general things. And today we're not gonna talk about Padel. Maybe a little bit.
A little bit. We always talk about Padel.
Yeah, Padel is
It's part of
around
life.
ourselves, but there are some lessons from life that can be taken to Padel and the opposite. So
Indeed.
first of all, who is Charlie Moon? ¿Quién es Carlos Luna?
A strong believer and lover of paddle.
Wow.
That is thankful for living every day and having life.
Yeah, so for many people, you are the Arkansas Matrix player and then coach this year. Also, the top Ecuador paddle player right now, and a person that has been the main coach in Padel X, which you are like wearing their t-shirt right now,
Yeah, here.
right? Yeah, I love that they have like a, so stylish, so French too. Right?
Nale, yeah.
Yeah, Nale things, I would say. So, how has been your journey so far? Because for those that don't know, you are a leukemia fighter right now, and you're going through a tough process. Although you are always smiling,
Yeah.
which is something I really appreciate.
Yeah, well, right now, on end of May, I had a relapse. Yeah, I had leukemia twice before, and I had a relapse end of May, first week of June. I was playing paddle, but then I felt a little bit sick, and then I left. I went home, and then I felt very bad and very dizzy, and I knew it came back, and it was the last time I had it was this August 2022. And I was in remission by December 2022. Everything was perfect for a year and couple of months, and then it was a great year. This year we played. I was blessed to play Acapulco Premier Paddle,
Wow.
then the World Cup in Valencia Senior World Cup. So in some tournaments, national tournaments, it was everything well, but then the body just collapsed. It started with a knee pain, and I couldn't walk, and then I went to a hospital, and they told me you have leukemia, and then I started with 95% on the body, and everything stopped. I moved to America, to Miami, for the project of Paddle X, and working there and everything, playing and all that. But that happened on the end of May for me. Yeah,
So right after the PPL here in Miami, right?
it was great because at PPL, April was. It was funny because April was a great. You play the World Cup of seniors in Spain, and you play out the PPL, and everything was perfect. It was a paddle month dream.
Yes.
Well, for me as a fan and as a paddle
The new
lover.
club is starting.
Yeah, new club, everything was great, and actually I was playing decent, and I was very happy. But then this happened at the end of May, so it was quite a challenge.
Yeah, and how do you face it when you said like you felt it was again? Because it's not the same when you have it for the first time. Because I feel I don't know how I could face something that I already know how tough it is. Like there are many lessons there. When do you know what happens and what is like having it again?
Yeah, I was playing a USPTA tournament in New Hampshire with David Chocaro, one of my best friends, and we were in New York. We flew, and the next day I couldn't get out of bed, and I felt my body aching. And then he went to pharmacy, and then I got off the bed, and then I played one match, and I couldn't move. We won. I stayed in the back, couldn't move. I said, well, I think I'm hurt, or I think I'm tired, so I went to sleep. Next day, couldn't move at all, and then we were supposed to spend the holiday together with David and his family, and I took the first plane. I came back, and I slept for a day or two, and then that's when David and Nales went to my apartment because I didn't pick up the phone. Yeah. I wasn't showing up, and then they took me to a hospital, and then I knew I had because my body hurt. I was dizzy. I was throwing up, no food, whole body couldn't move, could not walk. I was like a mummy, and then they took me to a hospital, and then that's when I found out I got the 95% leukemia in my body. Yeah, I felt it. I knew it already. Yeah.
Wow. And how has been all the process until today, right? We are talking on December 6th, right now.
Yeah.
5th.
Well, on June it was very hard weeks, very hard weeks. They went intense. Chemotherapy is very intense. It's very hard. It's very tough. Um, and then I was blessed enough by somebody very special that I always treasure and bless and wish a lot of health. A big person in the paddle world and especially here in the paddle community that he opened the doors to enter that I always will thank him, and it's amazing what he did because UM is such a good hospital and such good treatment, and so everything makes it easier. Yeah, it is hard, but compared to the real world, it's the best treatment I ever had. I have had treatment in Rome, one in England, in London, in Spain, in Carlos Gonzalez, in Ecuador, and never had an experience of such great, amazing medicine and treatment. So it made it easier.
Yes.
And then I survived the first 3 weeks. I don't remember much. My family and David and Ale, they give me tips that what the doctors told me. I don't remember much. I was very bad. And then I got a remission on August remission from 95% to 0.006. So very happy. So I was ready for my transplant. Perfect. Finding the donor, having everything. I carry a chemo bag with connected to here, and then everything was perfect. But then on late September, my foot started hurting, and they gave me like painkillers, and I did a MRI, and nothing happened, etc. It was just normal chemo things, reaction. But then they did a biopsy on October, the day of biopsy, and then they discovered I had a biopsy on my foot, and then a PET scan. They discovered I had bone cancer, metastasis. So it was around the whole body. It was around 22 parts. So I stopped counting when it was 12 because it messes you with your brain.
Yeah,
You said it's too much, and painkillers, and I never felt so much pain in the bones or anywhere, like even getting hurt. Never. Wow,
there's nothing you can take when it's inside, right?
You take medicine here by the vein, pills, Dilaudid, oxycodone, all those morphines.
Yeah.
But the pain was horrible. The pain was hard. It was tough. End of October, November. It was very tough for 3-4 weeks. You start questioning different things, and I missed. I missed moving. Like I was always an athlete and moving since I'm 5 years old, and not be able to have a wheelchair, sitting down sitting down to take a shower or going to a bathroom and having the things to put your bathroom or wheelchair or pushing you, or you cannot move yourself. It was very hard mentally. Mentally it was very extremely tough. And now yesterday they told me I was bone cancer free, so I was very happy. But I got happy, tears came, but I knew it. I also knew my body.
Yeah, you know how to read. You read the signals, right?
Yeah, I knew my body. Like 2 weeks ago, I said, I don't have nothing. And the doctor said, we have to wait. And before the PET scan, I said, I don't have nothing. I'm fine. And yesterday they did the bone marrow, which hurts. It's a big needle. Yeah, they done it over 30 times. Still hurts, but I said I don't have nothing, and I'm ready for my transplant next Thursday. So today in a week, I enter for, let's say, the last set.
Yes. So what's gonna happen? You're gonna have a.
Is the last procedure that they're gonna do to save me, or if I have faith that everything's go perfect. I have faith that everything's gonna be well. I'm gonna go back to paddle.
For sure.
I'm going to play, train, do whatever, but not like before. I accepted that there's a big possibility that my body's not going to be able to play or compete. It's okay because I did enjoy all the years I competed and play or play like real matches, and as long as I'm in the world of paddle and I want to be in the world of paddle, there's many paddle opportunities, not only just playing and coaching.
Yeah, that goes with you.
Yeah, and I want to be in the paddle world, and I don't want to leave the paddle world, and hopefully I find a different face and street like for the bridge for the paddle, which I know I'm going to find. but I want to dedicate myself to paddle and live with paddle and play socially. I'm sure,
Yeah,
you know,
of course.
hit around, play with friends and all that. But when the doctor told me you're never gonna be able to play like or compete or everything, I didn't get sad or anything. I said it's okay because that I knew that part of my life was done, and I'm ready for my new part, which is there's so many things now that
Yeah.
that you could do in paddle, and then I'm very blessed and to have the opportunity to have worked with different people before, and I know life is gonna give me a lot of opportunities, a lot of options, and my goal is on February to be back on the paddle world.
Okay.
Yes.
What does paddle mean to you?
For me, literally is my way of life. What I love, I see it every day. I study the sport. I really like it. I study. I see matches. I see videos from many years ago. I see other coaches, and thankfully, I have a relationship with most of the big coaches. And we said hi. I've trained with them and met them and shared time with them and copy them. Yeah, I don't have any. I like copy what they do and how they exercise and everything. And I'm try to get my paddle IQ up and then share with them what they do, how they read the plays, how they that. Or I have talked to many agents, how they manage them, how what they do for them to the players to be comfortable, or promoters to do events, learning from them and seeing at the end. For me, paddle is like a way of life. I'm used to every day. I see every day. I live it. Right now, there's a Premier Paddle in Milano. I see it a lot. I see the recaps, and I like to study the sport. It's my hobby, passion, love, and way of life personally for me. Yeah.
Oh, and they invite you to go to the master final, right? You told me.
Yes. I was invited to go to master final, but let's say I'm gonna have another. I'll have another
priority.
Another priority right now. Yes, Premier has been amazing. What they did in Malaga with the players with the shirts. What they did in
the PPL, right?
The PPL. Oh yeah,
it PPO. Was special
the PPO
when they
in San
Diego
with
their t-shirt.
With a t-shirt, my team Arkansas, like all those things really help. It's crazy how they just make you happy because at the end of the day we're based on emotions, we're based on how we feel, and then when you feel love, support, even like with texting you or sending you or helping or seeing like all these things, like they don't have to do it. Nobody has to do anything. Mm-hmm. They do it by their own idea. And when we walked out with my face on, that was amazing because I never actually imagined. Or when like in Malaga, the final of the Premier Paddle, they come with the shirts and then they get fuerza, strength, and all these. I'm like, wow, because let's be honest, I'm not a main player. I've just played a couple of times Premier. But the love that,
but like you've played Premier, like don't take yourself down.
Yes, but like there's so many players that every day that, but then the love they give you and then the appreciation, it's amazing. That tells you, all that support and now in the PPL in San Diego, I couldn't make it, and New York was amazing, and you were there. I'm part of the team. You're supporting and seeing how they're playing everything. It's amazing, and it comes from paddle because that is at the end of the day, paddle's a big community right now, and then they give you that time and space that they don't have to. It doesn't add or you don't ask for it, and it made me very, very happy. I'm grateful and I treasure it and I save it. And for me, those details are amazing.
Yeah. Do you feel like being a sports person, like you started with tennis, then got into paddle, has helped you to confront what you are living now?
Yes, 100%. Why? Because when you play a match, you win or lose. In life, you live or you die. Simple. It's very, very simple. So there's two ways after my transplant or doing my transplant, and then I'm gonna be very transparent with you how I think. Or I get cured and keep on living a great life and paddle and healthy, or I rest in peace. And I know both I'm gonna win. Both I'm happy because I'm in peace with myself. I'm in peace with people that I know of. I don't have any problems that I know of. I don't have any problems or any fight with anybody. I'm very relaxed and have peace. And I know there's only two ways, so both I'm gonna win. It was hard for my family to understand it, but I asked them to understand me because if you love somebody, you don't love under your conditions.
Yeah.
You want the other person to not suffer, to live and to be calm and to enjoy life. And they understood that my enjoying life is me being cured or me resting in peace, because my soul, my body is happy, I'm peaceful. I don't have regrets. I don't have any this, that.
Yeah,
No matter. I'm happy. I'm great. The universe will favor me, and all the energy will be great. But sometimes the body doesn't reply, and it's okay. We're not just body. We're not just flesh, you know. So I'm gonna win both ways. And sports has helped me to fight, to go a day and to accept losses, because eventually I lost more than I won.
But, everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
Like in every aspect of life, but having the intelligence to assume that and use that knowledge, I think is a big differentiator, and it's one of the things that makes you special too. Because confronting something that you've been there before and being so brave is something that for us has a lot of lessons. Whatever it happens is something that people will remember, you know, like,
Yeah.
hey, I can take this as an example when I have to face a problem.
Yes.
Right? So I think it's something that you're being very generous with the people that love you in the community,
Thank you.
and it's something that is different because this is not the regular thing.
Yes, indeed. And that's when I have talked to some players, I'm not going to give their name, but sometimes they're in the tour and they're like, hey, Panita, and they text me. They're like, Panita is something that I call them, and they call me. Yeah. And then they're like, oh, I feel sad, I feel this, I feel that, etc. And I tell them, it's okay, you know, you only lose a match, you don't lose your life, and you have the next tournament. And it's okay, you know, and you're blessed, like top 100. If you're top 100 in the world, you're like 0.0, I don't know what percent in the world that lives out of paddle, that people like me, like you, and thousands of people would love to hit a ball and live out of paddle. And yeah, for sure, it's a hard sport, and they're special humans, and they do special things that me and you, we cannot do. But they're amazing humans, so they forget the value that they're amazing humans, that they could do a sport that thousands that we wish we would get paid for and live out of it.
Yeah, of
and then they're like, you're right, I'm gonna see it that way. They just see it, the losing part, but it's okay, because at the end it's a sport that it's for the good losers. How Roger Federer said he won 53% of his matches. So imagine Roy, like a goal, or people lose, and then I tell them, like, you know what, there's worse things, you know, there's like your life, right? And then say, hey, look, I wish I can play just un turno, little reserve, like one little reserve 90 minutes, you know, between three friends. I'll be so happy. But right now, let's say I can't, but I could go to a court. I could get invited, and I could play with many good players. I could ask Juan Martin Diaz, which is
he's waiting for you.
Yeah, he but I can't. Yeah. And no matter what, and then there's other people that could play, and they take it for granted. Yeah. And you never know. And I always played paddle or train like it was my last time, because I learned this from the first cancer. So I played a FIP in 2019 on December 15th. I played and lost in semis, and I said, this beep sport, blah. And I dropped the rackets. I was living in Dubai, and I said, I'll play this in January. And I went to London to spend Christmas, New Year's, and this happened, the first cancer. So I said, if I ever go back to play paddle, I'll enjoy it, because I don't know when is my last time. So every time I enjoy it, until May, I was enjoying, because I knew my life. So I never knew when. You never know when is your last paddle match.
Totally.
You never know. So why have a bad time, or why get mad?
No, but that's another lesson that is important. We don't appreciate what we have until we see it at a risk.
That is true, because, for example, taking a shower is not normal. It's a blessing. Walking, moving, it's a blessing. Like I see it as a blessing. It's like so cool. I wake up and I put my feet on the ground and I get up by myself. Oof! I'm like, oh, I'm winning today. I'm like, oh, nice. Like I can literally walk by myself. I don't need crutches or wheelchair. I'm happy. And then yesterday I took a shower by my own self, and that's amazing. And I'm like, I'm like so cool, because I can shower by my own self.
You can walk in here.
I came walking to you, and I said hi, And 2 weeks ago, I was in ICU. I was all connected and very in intensive care unit 2 weeks ago, and doctor said it was a miracle that I survived because I had the 3 viruses in the blood because of the strong chemo from a bone cancer. And then it's I'm very grateful for this coffee they gave me. It tastes so good because maybe I don't know, tomorrow I'm not able to have coffee, but this coffee tastes very, very good. And it could be my last coffee. I'm not being negative.
No, it's the opposite. It's enjoying.
I'm enjoying today because we just have today, and people imagine tomorrow, the next day. Yes, it's okay to plan and have a vision. Yes, for sure. But we just have today, like only today and at night, and hopefully we'll wake up tomorrow and then we'll deal with tomorrow.
Yeah, that's why it's called present. Right?
Yeah.
Because it's a present for us.
There.
Totally. True. And you don't realize until you're in that situation, right?
Yeah, for example, I'm gonna get my freedom is gonna get cut on December 12th. So I have 1 more week. We have 6 days to sleep in my bed, to do everything, because I'm going in for a treatment which is gonna be tough. It's a bone marrow transplant, and it comes to a point where your freedom is taken. And then I'm enjoying every day, every time, every lunch, every dinner. And of course, I'm not going crazy. I'm not going. I'm not going to Arkansas or anything. I have to take care of myself. Pero I just watch Padel, move around, be in my house, and so happy because I know I'm gonna be plugged.
Yeah. You go to Padel X for a minute.
I come down. I would like to go to the Miami Padel League. That I went there once. 2 months ago, or and it was so cool, so good. Hopefully I can go there next week. But I go down to Padel. I see people play. I walk around, but then I know I know that at 10 a.m. on Thursday I have to go in.
That's it.
And then every day is less time for that. And then sometimes people should know that you're eventually gonna die. Like we should know, and we should be aware that we're gonna die, and nothing lasts forever. No family, no love, no work, not this podcast, beautiful, amazing, blessed podcast. At some point in life will finish. Everything will finish. And I didn't know that before 5 years ago, but now I do know that nothing lasts forever. Not the good, not the bad, not kids, not love, nothing. Not even your body, because you eventually grow old and die. And then nothing lasts forever, and you know that, so that's why you don't get attached to something and it's mine, because not these pants are not mine, the hat is. Eventually, when I go to a hospital, they put the clothes and they give me a pajama. So you can't take nothing to when you die. You don't. It's not big enough to take.
You live as you came. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. But you have a strong faith too. Like, you are very down to earth in that way, like very realistic, but at the same time, you have faith in God.
Amen. I believe in God, and I believe it's not my time. I'm not going. The odds, and when they tell you it's a miracle you're this, it's a miracle you survive. But things, I'm not going. I don't want to go yet. Not going. I'm not going out this way. I want to enjoy Padel and the fruits of Padel of many years to come, and I haven't been in a long time. It's only been like 12 years, but I want to see the fruits. I want to see what Padel is going to bring to the world, and I would like to be alive to see it in the Olympics. I would like to see the tournaments next year that they have here, as a fan, as a part of a brand, as a part of a group, as a part.
You don't know the opportunities that are waiting there. Like, everything is to be built right now in Padel in the U.S.
And I have belief. I will have good opportunities here, but it's not my time, and I believe, and I hold on, because I'm not gonna vender humo, how they say talk. There's times that I thought I was dying, and I accepted it. I already accepted. I'm not fighting cancer. I'm not fighting it. I'm accepting life as it goes every day, because I'm not fighting it. No, I accepted it. I believe that I'm not going in this way. I believe that I'm staying here. I believe that I'm going to enjoy Padel on the projects that are coming besides in America, especially in South Florida, where I grew up here, which for me is a home. I lived many, many years when I was young. I grew up here. I I personally believe that it's not my time. So when you hold on, you hold because 2 weeks ago I have to tell you, my body I had a tachycardia and all these things, and then it was normal for you to die. It's kind of normal, and your body. And then my transplant doctor said, "You don't scare me like that." We all thought that we canceled your transplant because you were dying. And then it was a miracle, but I never believed it. I never like said no. And you fight and you're going through all that in the hospital, and they're putting all the medicine and then tubing you and all that, and you're like, no, I'm not going. I'm staying. I'm not going. Strength. There's something I have here. It says fuerza.
Okay.
So it's the other part as well. So it's fuerza y fe, which means strength and faith, and you just believe and you hold and you believe and you're not going in, and then you believe in the universe hears you. And then I'm just very grateful for everything.
I think you say you're not a fighter. I mean, you are not fighting in an aggressive way, but you're not surrender. You don't surrender either, right? So it's another way to fight. I feel like.
I think I accept it. There's a reason why this came in my life. Scientifically, not because when I was 29, nothing happened, no injuries, and I never had surgeries, or it was weird. Nothing at all. Never sick or never injured, never have surgery, never. But there's a reason, a purpose, that a learning purpose in my own personal life. The person I'm evolving to, the person I'm now, all the things that I have learned, and I'm accepting everything. I'm not like, oh, this and life is so bad, and I have the credentials to be mad at life or to be like, oh, this is so dumb. I want this, all that. No, because you don't have time for it. I don't have time for that, in the sense of you're against time. You're eventually going to die. You're eventually somehow I'm eventually going to die somehow, hopefully in many years, but eventually every day is one less day closer to dying, so you don't have time for that. And then you learn that, and I don't surrender. I accept it, and I go day by day, but because I'm not gonna lie to you, sometimes you do want to surrender, and sometimes you say, please turn off the lights. And that's why all the person who are having depression and suicide and all that, I understand them. I've been through that thinking. I've been through all that, and you just want to turn off the lights and say, it's done, it's over, why live? Especially when I got the bone cancer metastases, I told God, I'm like, okay, I'm done. You know what? I just got the third one, now a fourth in the body, bone, and just going to emergency and crying and, oh, it hurts, and please help me. And then they got medicine and one more. I said, no, that's it. For
enough is enough.
For enough. And then, but then you go day by day, and then you recover. And right now, it's just a memory of how painful it was. And I'm here sitting you with no pain. And I'm blessed because we planned it. We planned to talk. We planned a couple of months ago, and then I couldn't, and because this happened, and then now I'm here. And then whatever is gonna happen,
we don't know.
I would love to talk to you in March,
of course,
and say, look, listen, this happened.
We're neighbors. You gotta come.
This happened, but we never know. Just an imagination. You only have today, and only today. Yeah.
So, you have a very special pala waiting for you, right?
Yes, for me, el Mozart. People know Tapia a lot, but I think I met Agustin a lot, and he's such a human. He doesn't know. Well, the special thing about him, he doesn't know he's Agustin Tapia. Like, he doesn't know. Okay. Like, it's amazing how human, how real, how laid back, how. I know I have friends that play with him in the Argentina tour, and they're different countries and all that, but he's still close to them. He's so friend. When I was coaching against him in the PPL in April in the mix, and I was like, what? And we won 7-6, and then him and his coach hugged me, and he gave me his shirt because I don't know. There was something that I used to do last year. That Bella, Cuello, LeBron, many Chingoto, many Patti, many players. So I used to ask them for the shirts, for things like that, and then I used to do a raffle in Ecuador. So I will give it to the person who helps somebody with cancer.
Okay. Wow.
So he gave me the shirt, and then I in the groups of Ecuadorian friends who wants the shirt.
Yeah.
And then says, okay, me. And then I say, okay, but you have to help a person. And then they show me that they helped them, and then I send them. And then brackets, many players, Gil, Gutierrez, Bella, todos, Juan Martín, many players, lovely, they doing that. And then Agustin in the PPL, he sent it with Miguel, which is the four-on product owner here, which is a great guy. I've been getting friends with him a lot. And then he said, I have your gift, and this is from, he sent me a video, and then I have it in my house, the thing. And then I told him the first time I'll play Padel will be with Iraq, and he told me, hope you enjoy it, hoping you love that. And then he's a human, he didn't have to do that.
No, he does it because he wants to, he feels that.
He wants to. And then we follow each other on Instagram, and he texts me, and some other players as well. And they don't have to do that, and then they're aware of what everything they're doing. And
so you want to play with your left hand?
Yeah, I'm gonna play with my left hand because it's not secure to play with this one. But I'm lefty in everything.
Okay, but not for Padel.
Not for Padel. They taught me tennis with my right, but I'm lefty in everything. And then before the 12th on Monday, my goal is to play on Sunday or Monday. 5 minutes. And then that's beautiful because
just to hit some.
Yeah, hit some balls, but then that's the beautiful part. I'm gonna enjoy it because there's a possibility that you won't go back, but I'm gonna enjoy it. And those 5 minutes, I'm gonna remember them all those 6 weeks in the transplant. I'll be so happy and all
that's
that.
For you.
That's a beauty. So I wanna thank him and that gesture or people that done a lot of gestures that are unhuman or unplanned, and it's amazing. That has helped me. For me, yes, for the strength and everything, but those gestures are make you very happy, as I'm a big fan of Padel.
Of course, no, I can feel it. But when you say that they don't have to do it, of course they don't, but that also shows that you're special because you are getting what you put, like the seed, no? Recoger lo que cosechas.
Sí. It's like I only been to 6, if I'm not mistaken, around 6 or 7 Premier Padel tournaments. I played 3 Grand Slams.
Come on.
3, and then Mendoza and Mexico, the P1s in Acapulco. So
like a P1, come on, like many people and I know. Thousands of persons that would
quali, and then of course, and very lucky to get in. Of course, my max rank was 204, 203, and then it's very happy that I was in the locker room with them and share, and then they treat me like one more player, and then we hang out, we ate and everything, and then it was amazing. And when we were Spain and train and see them or go to different countries, and then they just treat you so unique, so cool, and they bring you into a group, and they say panita, you say hi to them, because I'm a bit rare because they don't. No, there's the same, let's say 100 people I play every week, but then there's like somebody new from new country and all that, and then it's lovely to see them and and you're like having lunch with them and everything, and you get to trust, or you share playing pool, you're in the locker room.
Spending time.
For me, it was very cool.
The cold plunge, no.
Too much, and then sharing the same hotel, all that, and then they're very well, most of them, I don't have a complaint or anything for any of them that we got in very, very close, and even the big ones, the top 10, that you normally think
they could play
they're a different level. No, they're very cool with me and very beautiful messages and all that stuff. Now the digital world helps a lot, so they're aware. Be closer, and it's I'm very blessed for that love. It's very, very blessing in my country. In Ecuador, they did many things for the first time. I missed a national event with it was Venezuela, Uruguay, and Ecuador. It was in August or September for the qualifying for the World Cup for Qatar.
Yeah.
So it was the first time I missed a national team event, and they sent me the uniform and everything, and then the coach, part of the team, the players, and I was supporting them and watching, and I was playing like I was
Somehow.
playing, so somehow I was playing and cheering my friends on and watching soccer.
Like texting.
Yeah, texting. Hey, what do you think with this and playing and all that. And so today, some of the players, we talk and hey, look at this match, and I follow all of them. I follow all the players of the tournament.
No,
yeah, I'm a very paddle geek.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Like it's super engaging.
Yeah.
So
Very
that's
engaging.
the best drag we've
Yeah.
found so far. I think it's paddle, but I think for Ecuador you're important because you were one of the first like pioneers in paddle, and now it's growing. So how do you feel when you go to Ecuador and see how people are like you did the Ecuador Paddle Fest?
Yeah.
There was also a special event. So how do you feel about paddle there?
I feel very blessed and very loved. I was the first professional to play tournament World Paddle Tour and then FIPs. I won the FIP in November 2021 with Nale. Then I did semifinals with David and some other friends. And then we on October of last year, for the first time, Ecuador got 4th place in the Pan American. Because the first one we played, we got 8th or 9th. Well, the last, we were like the last, and we only won 1 match.
Okay,
Out of 12 matches or 15 matches, we won 1 match, not a tie, 1 match. And then now,
but you're in a region that is difficult.
Yeah,
Come on,
it
there's
is too
Argentina, Brazil, Paraguay,
yeah,
come on,
Chile.
Chile.
It was too hard. And then this time we got 4th place, and it was very special. It was in Venezuela and in Caracas in October. And then we played Los Juegos del Sur, South American Games. And in the World Cup, we were number 12, and out of all 16, this time we didn't make it. But it's beautiful how it started by 2 clubs that 2 business people did it in Guayaquil and Quito, and then they just grow, and then more people have in clubs and in different parts of the country, and how it's now like there's kids that train in Spain, there's kids that play in Argentina that the parents send them already to schools of paddle schools, and then there's authentic real Ecuadorian paddle players that our parents are supporting. Every summer Spain, every break Spain, this is summer Argentina, pre-seasons, all that. So I want to be blessed with life. In 5-10 years I'll see a top 100 paddle player from Ecuador, I'm sure, and from different countries as well, from Colombia, from Venezuela, from Central America. There's now kids they're using it as a professional, and parents are believing in the sport, and they should, and they're giving their kids opportunities to become professionals. Of course, Spain, Argentina, I believe they're going to be like 20 years always always in front of us.
Yeah.
But all the rest of the countries are going to keep on growing and getting, and then it's a real sport where you have contracts, we have endorsements, that you have tournaments. Now there's professional tournaments, and I'm sure the FIP is going to do great junior tournaments next year, and then FIPs for everything. And then even in this country, whatever happens in this country, it's a blessing for South America because they see it and then it drops.
Yeah, and when you come here and see so many clubs, right? You
So
were
many
talking that
clubs.
you go to reserve, you go to Padel X.
Yes, I
So
go.
it's like,
It's amazing to see it, and then the business owners of let's say Ecuador, they see like America growing and everything, and they risk. They say, okay, let's put more clubs, let's do this, let's do the events. And I had the blessing of in 2022 to bring, when Juan Lebron won with Ale Galan, they beat Chingoto and Dineno on a Sunday in Barcelona. He took a flight and arrived at 6 a.m. to Quito. So Juanito, if you're watching this, I appreciate it. I still remember. And then he did an exhibition with me, with Juan Martin Diaz, the lefty goat, and with Agustin Gomez Silingo. And last year, we did in 2 cities. That was in 1 city in Quito, in Corpal Fest 2.0. And we brought the 2 goats, Fernando Arasteguín and Juan Martin Diaz. There was Cepero, Gonzalo Rubio, one of my closest friends, Gonzalito Rubio, that I love and very special to me. And then Cepero, Chingoto, Virginia, Patty. It was Barbara from that. It was an amazing event. It was in Quito and Guayaquil, sold out event. And it was beautiful. Right now, my country is not going through the best situation, and we're doing a different type of Ecuador Paddle Fest. But next year, with health, I'm working already on some things already to expand because I love my country. I grew up here and legally reside here. My family lives here a long time, but I love my country and I have faith in my country, and we're going to do some good things. If not me, it's okay, but you leave a legacy.
Yeah.
And you leave, like, I want to leave a legacy for people to just keep on and all that.
Yeah, the beauty of the US is that everybody's an immigrant.
Indeed.
So everybody loves their country. When I moved to Miami, what was shocking to me when I talked to someone like, I'm Cuban American, like, but are you? No, my grandparents came, like, what? And then once you live here, you understand that everybody is like Italian American, German American, like they identify themselves like that because they don't never lose the legacy, but it's part of the richness of this country. Like everybody comes with something from there that adds here and makes it special. Like that come and go trip is, it's good for both places.
Yeah, thank God we're 3 hours and 30 minutes away direct flight from my country. There's like flights every day, and people come and go, and whatever influences, like right now in South Florida, if I'm not mistaken, or in Florida, like last time I counted, there was 21, 22 clubs.
Okay, wow.
That was the last time I counted. So that's great. That's a lot of paddle, which there's going to be way more, I'm sure, different clubs in I think South Florida, it's a big paddle world compared to the whole America, and it's the base of America. It's opinion. It's
but I think.
Yeah, and then there's more clubs coming, more doing, and more people playing. I see so many new categories, new tournaments. If a player wants to play competitive tournaments with prize money, they could do it almost every day.
Yeah.
It's amazing, different clubs and different things. So there's social tournaments, there's mixed over. It's great, and that falls, at least in my country, it falls. So they're like, people that come from Ecuador here, they see all this.
Oh.
Let's bring it over there. Let's see it. And now, paddle courts, paddle equipment is so much affordable now.
Yeah.
Before, a court in Ecuador at the beginning, I could be very transparent with you, it was around 40, 45 plus, to bring it and to aduanas and to take it in and build it and all that. Now, in Ecuador, practically with around 15, you could have a national court and it's a big difference to 2020. So we're talking about around 20 to 30,000 different, and that's good because people do it more. It's not more expensive. People who did it in Ecuador in 2020 were putting a lot of money, a lot of risk. Now, I'm not saying there's no risk or not of money, but it has lowered. Now you have distributors from paddle, from rackets. You could buy it from factories. All that has been more available and way cheaper than before. Before it was very, very tough.
And it's an ecosystem, so there are business on top of that. That's why it's so important to get the courts. And also paddle, like, I play bad. Okay, I enjoy it.
That's an opinion.
But there's something that you can enjoy. Like the entry barrier is lower, so you can have a healthy activity, feeling like you are having fun and enjoying it. I think it's part of the beauty of paddle too. It's so inclusive that is different from many other sports.
That is true. I never met a sport that I can invite friends that have never done nothing, no squash, no tennis, nothing, and they just go like that and they hit the ball with the net and it's game time and they enjoy it so much. It's unbelievable, like, wow. And then they just love it, and then you start from this level and then you just can get up. Ex-former tennis players or people are competitive, or ex-football players, or ex-anything that they were athletic or they compete, they come to this new world and they become 15 years old, 18 years old again, and they have so much competition that they fall in love with the sport that they have a goal, they have like an inspiration of getting better at this sport, because former tennis players, they play their best, and then every time they grab the tennis racket, it's only going to be uncomfortable. You're only going to play less and bad. But they come to paddle and there's so much from my own personal experience, you could learn so much and grow so much that you're like, oh, I'm 15, I'm 10 years old. You have that fire inside of you. Again, it's a second life. So I think it's a very, that's one of the big reasons why it has
growing here that much. Do you dream with paddle?
Yeah, for sure. I with my eyes closed and my eyes open. When I see Paro on TV, I think what I would do or how I play, or just imagine just being there and just I had the chance to play in Qatar. The first ever Premier Paro was in April in Qatar, and then I saw the stadium or Roma or all these places. Like last week they played Acapulco, and I played in April, and then I was dreaming like when I play there, or sometimes you have imagine you think of something so much, and it was so cool to actually like you have dreams of playing and like playing tournaments, and like you have like let's say sometimes I have played against Tapia, not in real life, but you just dream of playing a point with like that, and you have like your brain, whatever you think the whole day technically has that. Yeah, I have dreamed, yeah, for sure, and I live it a lot on matches, and yeah, and like I said, it's been my therapy. It's funny enough that when sometimes you can't move your body, you're in the bed like that, and then my nurses will know that they put a YouTube and they put paddle. So most of the time I'm watching paddle all the time in the hospital. So yeah, they know, and then every time I have a chance to speak about paddle, I let them know, and now they know I'm there.
They're getting them into paddle without knowing.
One or two people now every time I say, hey, do you know what's paddle? And then we know, and then you say, look on YouTube, is this, oh, that's cool, etc. And the doctors, I tell them, and when I get back, I get better when I have a paddle. So I have a lot of paddle lessons that I have to do with my doctors and
so
nurses.
You're gonna watch the premiere, like the final, now that they are classifying from your
and I'm gonna be very, very excited of the whether Vela's last tournament today, and I'm sure his goodbye welfare. That's gonna be amazing. He's done so much for the sport. He's one of my heroes. Him and Juan Martin are the reason why I play paddle, and they've been my idols since many years ago. I have been blessed to share time with them, travel with them, and they're human. The way that they take care of their body, the way that I never seen how like love Juan Martin was extremely. I shared time with him in Mendoza. I played a quality loss, but he played a main draw, and that was one of his last tournaments or his last tournament. And I was with him, and then we became we were friends before, and we shared so much time and see how they warm up, how they put their game face, how they all that. I shared time with Bella. We did an exhibition in Ecuador and Venezuela, so it was pretty cool because we share a room together. So I was like,
oh wow,
yeah, I was like it was cool, and then how he trains, he stretches, he takes care of it. He's such an example of physically.
Yeah.
Of lasting so much, and then being with them on court, seeing how they play, how they move, and copy them, and then I see both of those players, they're the legends, they're goats of the sport, and I respect a lot Cuello and Tapia, what they're doing, and what they did for 1 year and 9 months, and now what they're doing now. It's like Nadal, Federer, watching Djokovic, Maradona, Pelé, Messi, Ronaldo. We're very blessed to see right now a number one pair that is extremely talented, hardworking, and they're not lucky. I'm sure 100%. I've seen how they work, how lucky they are because they work so hard and so disciplined, so dedicated, and they just live for that. And I see them, and then we're just enjoying the best paddle at the moment, and more paddles gonna come. But we're seeing a pair that it's hard to see. We see every 10, 15 years.
It's the new.
Like seeing Messi, seeing Ronaldo.
Yeah, like.
People saw Pelé. My dad saw Pelé, Maradona. We saw, but now we're enjoying.
Messi.
The Messi.
Messi and what's coming.
Yeah.
For sure. And you're gonna be for 6 weeks isolated, right?
Yeah, isolated for 6 weeks. Yes.
So, how can we help you while you are there? Like. Sending you Instagram messages,
I'll be digital
not
connected.
to overwhelm you, how to send you good vibes somehow, but also keep you entertained. I don't know how we can help from the outside.
The good thing, the doctor told me, bring your iPad, bring your computer, bring your phone, because it's not like a hospital bed in a room.
No.
It's kind of like a mini suite. So it's like I'm gonna practically live there for No, you normally go to hospital for chemo for a week and 2 weeks, but this time it's gonna be minimum 1 month. It's a transplant, and I'll be on in digital the world, and I'll not be missing any anything. So I'll be following you and watching everything, and just enjoying and being with my phone.
Yeah, but you have to prepare yourself, not just the body, but also mentally, not
Yes.
to meet people.
Yeah,
That's another challenge.
They're very strict on the visiting. They check first if somebody's like coughing or somebody's everything. Because at the end they do radiotherapy and chemotherapy, so they kill everything in the body, and you're vulnerable. Mm-hmm. And then the transplant is very easy. It's 3 weeks. It's 3 hours. Okay. It's you by here. The transplant is the easiest part because just you don't suffer. The preview. And then, for example, I'm done by the 24th. From the 12th, my transplant is the 20th of December, and I'm done by the 24th. Everything is done, the 24th of December.
But the first time you got...
I entered the 12th. So I entered
the
next
26th. No, but the first time leukemia came to you was December 26th.
Yeah, that's over 5 years. So everything
1999.
In 2019.
2019. Wow.
And then after the 24 is just taking care, and they don't leave you until you're so I'll have a nice Christmas and New Year's.
Yes.
Very happy. It was my second time because in 2019 I got it on 26, and then I spent New Year's on in the hospital. But it's funny how, for example, Thanksgiving was last week. For me, Thanksgiving is every day. Like, I'm thankful for being alive. And for me, December 31st or January 1st is not a big deal. Mm-hmm. Because it's every day is like, Jesus, like I'm happy. That. I'm happy for having a new day, a new life. Yeah.
Of course. So, as you said, I don't want to take more time because every minute counts, and you're living very intensively. I have like my admiration and all my respect because you were willing to come, and there was that barrier, like stopping it. So, and you were always like, as soon as I can, I'm like, I was feeling like bad, like, no. So I really appreciate it. It's not for me. I think it's for Padel community and everybody that loves you.
Thank you very much.
To have access to how you are, and I think we can learn many things from what you're living and how you are like handling this and not fighting, but going through this process, because it's exemplary. Like, I don't know how I would behave, being super honest. Like, you never know until you face some things. You can have that idea of yourself, but once you confront these kind of real problems is when you know what you are made of. And this is a big lesson for everybody, not just in sport, like in life. So I think I'm very thankful for being so open and like sharing this with us, and you're more than invited to come every time you want. But we have to do something in
March.
The courts.
Our goal is to come in March.
So PPL next year? Or
yes, maybe hopefully they do it before
No, for sure. But also Premier is coming to the US, so hopefully.
My goal is to be back in March to my normal life. Okay. And thank you for your words. It means a lot. I follow this podcast, and I've seen great guests come and everything. I'm a big fan, so it's great for the community. I personally thank the Padel community for everything they've done, all the love in all different parts. It's amazing, and with small details, maybe for them, for me, it's huge details. I thank them. We just have today, and one day at a time, and everything ends. Nothing lasts forever, and the less problems we have, the best life we live, and just not having expectations, just live today and just try to be as happy as today possible. And we all have problems, for sure. We all have different, for sure, but don't make them last, or don't make them bigger than they are, because life is too short. We only have 3 days and 2 past, like I say, so every day could be the last day.
Of course.
Sí.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Gracias.